Hello, I'm Chris from the FPL Dude and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video for the 2020-2021 season. In today's video I'm going to build a wildcard team that I hope will last to the end of the season. It's going to be an updated version of the wildcard team that I posted this weekend, but unfortunately now Grealish still remains injured, so I do believe that that's a big blow, so I will need to make some changes and rearrange the whole team. I'm going to target many players that have double game week 26, I'm going to target few players that have double game week 27, and I'm actually going to try and target a full team for the double game week 20, for the blank game week 29, where we will not have the need to use the free hit to be able to get around 10 or 11 players on the field. If you're new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to give this video a thumbs up now if you like it. When I now take a look at my team, I first need to take a look at those upcoming fixtures. And as I said, Tottenham and Aston Villa are those two teams actually that we want to target right now. I'm going to go for one defender from that Aston Villa team, because they do play a double game week now, then they do have a fixture in game week 29, so that's an extra fixture. And I do believe that they're actually going to do amazingly defensively as well, because as you can see, now this double game week they play against Leeds and against Sheffield. Excellent clean sheet potential against Sheffield, excellent clean sheet potential against Wolves the game week after, excellent clean sheet potential against Newcastle in game week 28. Then it's a bit tougher game against Tottenham, then an excellent fixture against Fulham again. So their run of 5 or 6 fixture do look amazing, so I do believe that Aston Villa players are actually must-have right now, because they do offer us excellent potential to do good, their price is not that high, and they do have extra fixture. As for the next player that I'm going to go for, it just has to be Kane. I mean, he has been an amazing player throughout the whole season. His form in the last couple of games perhaps is not the best or the greatest as it once was. I just needed to take a sip there. So it's not as great as once was. So Kane is going to do good now only because he plays very good fixtures. He plays against Burnley and against Fulham. Now when we take a look at the statistics for these two teams on paper, they're not that bad. But on the table, they're actually bottom table teams, both of these teams. So Tottenham should comfortably win over both of these teams, as Kane and Son perhaps cost more than their whole teams combined. Like the whole Burnley team does not cost as Kane and Son cost right now. And I was planning to go actually for Son, but I'm going to carefully analyze this and take a better look at the end. Now if I have the money, then I'm actually going to go for Son. If I do not have the money, then I'm afraid then I do not want Son, because Son's form have not been the greatest now in the last couple of games. Now I know Kane is a elite player that could actually change the outcome of the game, and he's on penalties as well. This is the main reason I do believe that Kane is a must-have, while Son is probably if you want if you want him, you can have him, but if you don't want him, you don't need him. And perhaps now he does very good. Just because I said that, perhaps now he goes and scores 30 points in a single game week, breaks all the records, but I hope not, because I don't have him. And now to continue building the team, as you can see, Watkins, Kane and Target are my players that I own right now. As for the goalkeeper, I'm actually going to go for Fulham's goalkeeper. Their form, as I said, have improved a lot lately. They've actually 3 clean sheet now in the last 5. They earned a clean sheet against West Ham and against Everton, which was truly impressive. And I do believe that they're actually going to continue to do good, especially now because they do have a double game weekend. They do have a fixture in game week 29 where you don't need to be worried about bringing in another keeper or changing him in, or changing that keeper out or in. So yeah, these are the 3 players that I actually own right now. The first midfielder that is a double game week and has a double game week fixture now, I'm going to go for is Lookman. I do believe that he is excellent to go for. He has excellent statistics. Now when we take a look at, I'm just going to open up here the statistics for the whole Fulham team. It's incredible what this guy does. He might not be the leader in points, but just look at him by total shots. Lookman is the first one. He's not even a striker. By attempted assists, Lookman is again their best player. So Fulham have good fixtures. Fulham has extra fixtures. So if we go for their players, then we want to go for their best players. It's Lookman and Areola. The next player that I could easily recommend for you to go for from this team is actually Aina. And Aina is actually ranked 3rd. He's a defender. He does cost 4.5 million. That's ridiculously low for how good this potentially could end up. He does have excellent clean sheet potential. Their defensive improved drastically now in the last couple of games, so I do believe that he is actually going to do really good. Now as for the first striker that does not have fixture in Game Week 29 but have excellent fixture now for Game Week 26 is actually going to be Calvert-Lewin. I do believe that he is actually going to do good now because he does have the easiest attacking FPL fixtures. He plays against Southampton. Their form have been terrible. They're the team that have allowed most goals in the last 5 or 6 games. And West Brom are the team that have allowed most goals out of all Premier League teams in total this season. Now I know Everton are surprising team. From time to time they could go and potentially beat those toughest opponents, but then go and lose from Newcastle or go and lose from Leeds or Fulham or stuff like this. So Everton are a bit questionable, but I have no doubt on Calvert-Lewin. I do believe that he is an excellent player and that he is actually going to do really good in this double game week 26, and he is actually going to do really good after that as well, because they do play Burnley, Crystal Palace, Brighton and few other easy fixtures. As for the midfielders to go for right now, I do believe that Gundogan is the one I should go for. Everybody should go for Gundogan. His price is just ridiculously low for how good this player is and how much attacking FPL return he has and how much he has already returned. And for the next City player, because I'm going to go for 3 City players. They have double game week now, then they have double game week 27 as well. So why not going for 3 City targets, especially now when they're so good and informed. They're the leaders of the table. They are the best form. They're having the best form in the last 5. They're having the best form this season. So they're just too good of a team to jump over. And I do believe that De Bruyne is the player to go for. He's not owned by so many people right now. It's only 11.7%. So if he does good, I do believe that he is going to increase your rank drastically. As for the next midfielder that I'm actually going to go for, in this one is going to be Barnes. I do believe that Barnes offers excellent attacking FPL potential now. Arsenal, Burnley, Brighton and Sheffield United in the next 4 games. So when we're trying to build a team, we can't simply focus on like game week 26 and game week 29. We need to take a look at 27 and 28. We need to take a look at a bit of those fixtures coming after that game week 29 as well. Because if we are now using a wildcard team, this means that we are going to be locked with that team. Perhaps even to the end of the season if we do not potentially change it out. As for the first defender that I'm going to go for from this Manchester City team, it just has to be Dias over Cancelo, of course. Dias over Cancelo. Dias is a guaranteed starter. Cancelo has started in so many games in a row now, so I do believe that he is actually going to be rotated. Perhaps not, he is perhaps going to play 3 out of 4 games now in game 26 and 27, but even 3 out of 4 is not good enough for me. Well, Dias does offer us excellent potential to play all 4 of them. The only defender the City has that perhaps has better potential to start in most games than Dias is Edison, and he's not even a defender, he's a goalkeeper, so I'm not even going to discuss it. So when I take a look at it, I really need some defenders now, more defenders than these previous defenders. I'm actually going to go and target... Did I went from Areola and target? Yes, did what I did. I'm actually going to target a Brighton defender on this one. I do believe that Brighton's defense have not been that bad. I mean, Brighton's have been very good. They've allowed only 3 goals now in the last 5 games. And as I said, that Crystal Palace game was the most frustrating game I've seen. 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. It was just pure luck this game. It was not anything about skills or tactics or style of play, or it was pure luck. So I'm going to go for their defenders because I do believe that they offer us excellent defensive clean sheet potential. They do have a fixture now, and they do play a fixture in GameWeek 29. Their best defender I believe to be Dunk. Lamptey perhaps is better one, but he's injured, I believe. He has been injured for quite a while now. He has excellent potential to make a comeback, so I don't know, he has been injured for far too long now to take into consideration for like 12 or 13 game weeks. That's like few months, so I'm actually just going to stick with Dunk. He might not offer us the greatest attacking FPL return potential, even though he managed to score 3 goals now in the last 11, so he does still offers some attacking FPL return potential because he is a center back that likes to push high and actually score goals from corners or free kicks. So this is pretty much the players that I have right now. The next player that I'm going to go for, it just has to be a Crystal Palace defender, because I do believe that Crystal Palace have amazing defensive fixture now in GameWeek 26. Then they have very good fixture GameWeek 27 and 28 as well, where they offer us excellent clean sheet potential and excellent attacking FPL return potential, especially about everything that I read and saw about Pereira in the last couple of games. He is actually a player that has excellent potential to start as a right winger now in the next couple of games. If he now managed to do that, then I do believe that he is actually going to do extremely good in this double game week. As for the next player that I'm going to go for, it just has to be a cheap one that has a double game week, that has a game week in 29. In this case, is Struck. I mean, he is the cheapest regular starter. He has been starting now for 11 or 12 games in a row, playing the whole games, and he still does cost only 4 millions. He does seem like an excellent differential. Dunk is an excellent differential, so this team offers few differential. Luke Menes as well is a fantastic differential, owned only by 1.8% of the community. So yeah, these are the players that I believe are going to do really good. And as for the surprise player that I'm actually going to bring in last right now, because I wanted to see if I would have the money for it, it actually go into be Salah. I really do believe that Salah offers excellent attacking FPL return potential, excellent defensive FPL return potential, perhaps not the best defensive FPL return potential because he does play for out of form defensive Liverpool team. But they do like to attack a lot, they do like to create a lot of chances. This mainly happens through Salah. They perhaps sacrifice a bit of their defense to be able to contribute to the attack, which I believe Salah could benefit and actually do good now in this next double game week. If I have a cheap goalkeeper now, someone that costs around 3.9 millions, let's say Fabry, perhaps not Fabry if I want to triple up on Fulham sometime, but McGill does seem nice. He costs 3.9 million, he's not even going to start. When I take a look at Areola and Target now, I would just try to change them to Martinez. I'm sorry, I'm just drinking some tea to smooth that out. I've been having pain in my in my house for quite a long time now. So this is pretty much how the team looks like. What was I trying to do? Oh yeah, it was target to Aina actually. I'm going to bring in Aina. This might be a bit more expensive version of the team, but I do believe that Martinez actually offers better potential than Target in this game week, and Aina perhaps offers slightly similar potential as Areola. But I do believe that this is going to be the better combination. If you want to go, you can potentially go for Areola and Target, or Konza or Mings if you have the money. But I like this combination a bit more. So yeah, this team costs around 102 millions. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players that have a fixture in GameWeek 29. 3 double GameWeek 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 double GameWeek players now for GameWeek 26. So all of these players offer us excellent attacking FPL, and potentially you could potentially bring in 3 more players now to GameWeek 29 to have almost a full squad of around 10 players for that double game week, or for that blank week. So yeah, if you thought this video was of any help, please do give it thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if that's something you've not done already. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.